Yo, hello everyone. It's me Tabo, and yeah, welcome to another session. So I just want to make this a quick one. I just wanted to share something. I've always been fascinated by people who like achieve amazing things, despite the adversities. People who might get an accident, become paralyzed, and become a world champion in a particular sport, or people who might lose a limb or both limbs and or both arms and end up painting with their foot. Like people who've just overcome like great tragedies in their lives, and instead of just complaining about it and falling down and never getting up, instead they rose to their greatness. They became greater despite all of that. And that is something that has always fascinated me, because it is an indicator of like true human potential. You know what I mean? That inside of human beings there's a certain fire that when it burns, nothing can get in the way of it. And this is something that has always fascinated me, and something that has always pushed me, you know what I mean, to like pursue something greater within myself, to like put myself in a place where I choose to walk a path that will lead me to my own greatness. And that is not because I seek validation or I seek applause from anybody. It is something that will make me personally feel that I have made the best of my life. I fully manifested my true potential as a human being, And this is something that for me is like the main drive, to live, because I feel that life is an opportunity to explore like human potential and to find out what it is that you can actually do with this opportunity that you've been given. And so because of that, then I've always, looked at different people who have rose to success, and there's always a common theme, with all of these people, is that most of them have been like they've been through tremendous pain, through the process. Some have lost their parents at a young age and have had to fend for themselves, from an early age. And that is always, fascinating in the sense that, you have people who kind of have it all, you know what I mean? Like if you don't have any kind of physical disability, you have a brain that works, you have two eyes, you have two arms that function, all your limbs are there and everything is there intact, but yet still most people, can are barely making it, you know what I mean? Like most people are just living an average mediocre life, if not less than. And why is it? Why is it that somebody with tremendous odds against them can achieve something great, while people who seem to be fully able are struggling? You know what I mean? Some are even struggling to get out of bed. So yeah, and it seems like pain is something that has also a great potential to build you. It's the people that have made it and have gone through all this pain, somehow they found a way to transmute that pain to strength. And it is like that. You can make many examples of exercise and different things that you do where you see that pain is gain. You gain something from it. It makes you stronger in one way or another. If it's not physical, it could be mental, developing a thick skin, or like being strong psychologically, developing a certain strength that helps you get through difficult situations where most people will crumble. And this is at the end a choice that we make, whether we choose to stay down, whether we choose to be afraid of the pain, and then as soon as things get difficult, people complain, people people think that their lives are cursed. Or this is a different attitude, you know what I mean? So you can experience pain in your life and then see it as something that is working against you, or you can feed from it and say, you know what, bring it on. But at the end of the day, the more you can take it, then the more you can be in situations where most people cannot get to, because they just don't have what it takes. They're not able to handle the kind of pressure that comes with that kind of situation, or that kind of responsibility, that kind of position in society. And I think that is something to think about, you know what I mean? Like your relationship with pain. And I know it from my early age that I've always like hated pain, you know what I mean? Like any situation that is painful, I would avoid by all means. And it took a while, for me to like get to a point where I realized that, okay, if I keep running away from this, then it's going to keep me from getting to places that I want to be, because there's going to be some kind of discomfort that is experienced for me to get there. You know what I mean? So at some point in my life where I started changing my mindset and I started believing that I can achieve anything that I put my mind to, right? I think that alone has helped me to deal with the great deal. It has helped me to be brave and to make choices which have ended up putting me in like situations where that I hated. You know what I mean? I thought, okay, why did I make this choice? But in the end, it's because when things get uncomfortable, we begin to doubt the choices that we make. That's why not everybody gets to live their dreams. People decide to follow their own path and do their own thing, and then when things get difficult, then this is where people fall apart. You know what I mean? This is where people think, oh man, I think I made the wrong choice. Oh, why didn't I just go the conventional path? Why didn't I just do like everybody else and my life could be easy now? Because you look at your peers, everybody that did kind of like nothing really extraordinary in terms of doing something that is truly unique to who you are. People make choices and choose careers based on the salary, based on the safety of having an income that can keep them sustained, that can keep a roof over their heads. And that is like the bare minimum of life, because maybe you can afford to have vacation every now and then, but like, is it truly a life that you can say is fulfilling, that you're happy with? For some people, it's okay. For some people, this is exactly what they want, but there are some of us that kind of want more out of life. And this wanting more out of life is not out of greed, but it's just also having the feeling and just an inner knowing that there is more to me than what is here, what I'm experiencing now. And for me to then be brave enough to make choices which are unconventional, and any road that is unconventional is gonna be difficult. But don't crumble in the middle of it, and don't doubt yourself in the middle of it because you think that you've made the wrong choice. It's not because you made the wrong choice, but it's because you've made the right choice. But life is a school. I view life as school. You are here to learn, and whenever you make certain choices, life is going to school you, and you're not going to graduate until you pass all your marks. And that means that you must pass all the tests, you must go through all the situations that you need to go through in order for you to get your rite of passage, so that you can reach that destination that you've been wanting to reach, that you set your goals for. And that's basically what it is. You know what I mean? Like, remember that life is not against you. The pain that you're experiencing is meant to build you. It's not because you made the wrong choice. It's not because you were stupid and you were naive. Of course, naivety might come from thinking that things are going to be easy and that they're just going to fall on your lap. It's not like that. If it was that easy, then everybody would be like living an incredible life and having this kind of freedom that not most people have. You know what I mean? The kind of freedom that we see other people living and we think, oh wow, how do I get to live a life like that? Yes, there's a reason why not everybody's living it, because I don't think it's easy to get there, and it's not about the money, the flash, or anything about it. It's about a certain level of freedom, personal freedom that you have, where you feel like, okay, you are now fully able to express yourself as a human being, as a living entity, and you're able to express the fullness of your life. Doesn't mean that the challenges will be gone. You'll still be having other kinds of challenges, but you are now just on a different level, on a different level of expression in comparison to the average everyday person. And so this is something that I just wanted to share, because I feel like this is something that is important. I'm mainly talking to myself, because obviously this is a message that is kind of coming to me or speaking to myself, but I'm sure that there are many other people that can benefit from this, because truly, you know what I mean, once we learn to turn pain into strength, then nothing can stop us. You know what I mean? And once you've got that fire burning inside of you, don't let it go. Keep it burning, because that fire is going to grow, and it's going to become a furnace. It's going to become a blaze. It's going to become something that's unstoppable, something that's going to burn anything that tries to get in your way. Basically, that's how powerful you are on the inside. But for you to transform and to go through that whole process, it's going to be painful. It's going to be painful. It's not going to be easy. But if it was easy, then we'd all be there. So this is something that I just want to emphasize and help people to remember, that don't you worry, it's gonna get better. Don't look at everybody else and think their lives are better than yours just because you're going through some stuff. Embrace it all. don't complain. Be thankful for the lessons that you're learning, because this is graduation. And when you graduate, you're going to get to the next level. And then it'll be your time, to celebrate your triumphs, to celebrate your trials and everything that you've gone through. So yeah, this is just words of hope, words of wisdom, words of encouragement, motivation, whatever you may see it as. But I just felt the need to share this, and share with anybody that you think will find this useful, because this is the fire that we need in order to be the best of who we want to be. And it doesn't matter how old you are, age, and none of these things matter. I mean, I'm sure most of you have seen videos of old people who are doing incredible things, old people who are doing things that young people cannot even do, you know what I mean? Old people who are in far better health than most teenagers that I've seen. So none of these boundaries that we've put on ourselves really count. Not in a meaningful, no, not in a deeper sense. You know what I mean? It's only our own psychological blocks. So yeah, I think I can go on forever, but I'm just gonna stop right there and say, yo, love and peace. I'm out. Have a wonderful day.